Hello friends, welcome to my Princess Diana channel. Before moving on to the video, if you are not subscribed to my channel, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so let's move on to the video. In fact, some experts go on to predict that King Charles would go even further and deprive Meghan of the Sussex title thanks to her new lifestyle brand. Many believe her brand is the type that uses royal status. Meghan and Harry's business scandals have arisen when it turned out that the couple did not intend to follow the promises made to the deceased queen about commercialization but not commercializing their royal titles. However, as many people call for the removal of Meghan and Harry from the lightest case due to health issues and other royals So let us get started in this video, and welcome back to my channel. Royal family fights back, Sussex. Panelista. But I think the palace still has a very long game. They pick up one. This is the palace's way of warning to. But both have no intention of stopping. For the Publica Online. This is a breaking law of the rubber stamp Sandringham Agreement. She mocks the monarchy. He and Parliament need to punish her. She disregards everything. Up to now. They're allowing her to. What crudely drawn, logo of a cartoon rip-off of King Charles branding, and all that on some overpriced Amazon Temu level merch to boot. And laughing all the way to the bank because she knows and she has that deep belief inside of her that she's going to find a way of getting that money out from there. They had not even started using Her Royal Highness or even used the name Royal openly during the Queen's lifetime. Now, Sussex Royal is born again, thrashing their oath to the Queen again when it hurt most, when she was dying of cancer. The late Queen predicted their behavior and restrained them with restrictive rules. But perhaps she did not expect that right after she died, Meghan would actually rip open that agreement. That is such a horrific insult to use and trade her title for commercial purposes, really in contradiction to serious royal protocol. Her website isn't even of benefit to anyone but her. Not one charity derived benefit from it, does so. Just crass commercialism from a crass woman. King Charles should displace Harry so as to keep the title, since Meghan could not use anything in the title except plain Harry and Meghan. Take away her title as soon as possible. She was not to have it all, was never to let it revert. All titles belonged to Harry, she could only be allowed to use them as his wife. I believe that's the most important, from the King and Princes of Wales' health to George's age that catches him out of the line of succession. That pair is toxic and a very real danger to the monarchy. Meghan Runbump has shown us that she is absolutely unworthy of any title. She met me one time, and I returned from seeing Clusterfuck Robson from Australia. Not only that was a great reason to jibe two island country accretions before shedding track ink once her abuses were up when actually using the conduct to validate going on to Canada in torrid disrespect to the royal family, with the plan fully meant to not come back. So how on earth was she able to emerge for that Christmas lunch without a kid? I could never accept it. The royal house staff was even coming out that the bullying and the rude, ungrateful behavior had well and truly packed her off. She was just trying to show us how racist she could get through the clip. I do understand that the king would rather lean on Harry since he's the son, and he would not want that home to be a cracked door. But, get serious. The king is an enabler, he never puts his foot down and never removes both titles altogether, which is really what Lunghan and Harry want to do in terms of cashing in on those titles. High time in fact was long overdue for the king to just drop those two losers and move on. The Invictus sever ties with the Sussexes. It would seem to me, as a parent, that this is an awfully tough decision, shutting the door on one's mentally ill, drug-addict child. At this point, one would have thought that the king has sent quite a strong message to Harry, but still, there are the titles to take off to sort out the situation with that parasitic wife. Come on, Charles, get rid of these schemers and hate campaign spreaders now. It's time the king went to Parliament to start that process of removing Meghan's title. Sadly, he can't remove Harry, but Harry is irreparably ruined. I've noticed lately that people have stopped calling her Duchess and have started saying Harry and Meghan Markle. And that tells me that her time is almost up. Sadly, only Parliament can remove a ducal title. The King suggests, only this time, he should remove the title of the Prince. This should have been done ages ago. Now Meghan is doing exactly what it agreed not to do under the Sandringham Agreement with the late Queen. It's rather strange Meghan is selling everything from chicken feed to dog food. What kind of farce is she using here? While there was a will put into place by the late Queen, some sort of legal ramifications should have been out for Harry and Meghan. Titles need to be stripped, if need be, to protect the royal family, the monarchy, and the UK. Meghan and Harry resign from the firm. They can't seem to keep any titles to jobs they resign from. Those should have been taken long ago. We would love to see that happen but doubt it will. They know if the title gets removed, she will go crazy and do her best from that day on to make as much trouble as she can for the royal brand. Parliament should have stripped them of their titles when they renounced their royal duties and moved to America. That was more or less their abandoning the English royal family. Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Harry was halfway into listening to the reply of his grandmother giving a very beautiful speech on how she had given her life to serve this country and the people. Poor King Charles. He can't keep up with these two every week. Sometimes every day, they've got some other disaster going on, yet he hasn't taken titles back from both of them. Even the scandal about Diddy won't make a difference. Charles, with a lot of patience, is the most patient person I have ever met, but God, may his demeanor be so much less forgiving toward that undeserving, cruel pair of spiteful grifters. His chemo and Catherine's chemo could just be the light bulb moment, but he needs two exact royal powers to remove what titles and ducal take the power away. I do feel that the king has been weak in this situation. The title should long ago have been revoked. He must start to stand up for the loyal people, amongst British subjects that are tired of the idea of a wife preserving his title. Harry can still be Charles' son, yet no title. They've titles in America. Meghan is holding on to. She will probably cash in on those children's titles, having them stir dishes and sit on the counter, tatty. Meghan said that when she marries John's Carey, she will let it be like that, and when she goes to the world of money and jewels, she will automatically have the availability of all the money in the world and the availability of the best jewelry in the world and single stones. That she would be given whatever she wants, how many servants she desires, how many rooms in a castle she decides, how many planes and helicopters that are private for her to use. That's an apparent thing. So she went on using the title without paying any attention. This new name of the brand got me so confused. It sounds really like some kind of exclusive, refined, expensive boutique line, or with the name Archer, it sounds like some high-end wines or organic products. However, the whole mishmash of miscellaneous items being sold that do not tie into the brand name or exclusive specialties is like walking through a gold and diamond-studded door to find Walmart on the other side. No, to buy anything that has Meghan on it. How was she more popular? A shorter list would be what will she not be selling? Any stock sold, and yet Meghan. Any stock sold, yet Meghan. Maybe King Charles does nothing. Meghan's brands are failing, and therefore, in actuality are useless titles. We can't have Meghan come up to be called a princess. That is bloody stupid, to be honest. Let her keep the titles that are of no use to her. She failed in everything, proving to herself that these titles are of no use. Never interrupt an enemy when she is destroying herself. Now come the puff pieces, because Meghan knows she's a real-life princess. Should the titles of Duke and Duchess be removed, she will quite quickly style herself Princess Meghan. Or she will still have the audacity to use it, being a narcissist no matter what. That's it for our video, my friends. I hope you have liked it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and like the video. If you haven't done so yet, if you want to be first to be informed about my content, Please subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on notifications. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next one.